Hi, my name is Elle. I'm a cross-stitch artist and designer here on TikTok, and today I'm going to be answering Irene's other question about backstitching. Could you do a video about backstitching? I've heard about it multiple times. I'm very confused and wondering whether I should be doing it. So whether or not you should be doing it is definitely a matter of personal preference. Personally, I only do it when the pattern calls for it and I'm following a pattern to do the backstitching. However, other people like to add backstitching to all of their projects to outline the actual project with, to kind of make it pop off of the page a little bit more. With that said, I'm going to use this question and this video to teach you how to do backstitching, just in case you decide you do want to do it. In order to teach you backstitching, I'm actually going to teach you about black work. So black work is what you see right here on this bookmark. This design was actually the very first design I ever made, and this was my very first prototype. As you can see, there is not a single cross stitch on this entire piece. It is entirely done with backstitching and then a blanket stitch around the edge to keep the edge from fraying. So here is the pattern for what that looks like, and this is traditionally what a backstitching pattern is going to look like, except if it's done on top of a piece that has already had cross stitching. So you're going to do the cross stitching part first, and then you're going to see all of these lines on top of your cross stitch. Little symbols would be hidden underneath these, and this will show you where you're going to be doing your cross stitching lines. Now, as you can see, I've got 3 different colors up here and just a single color down here. That's because these different colors denote what's happening. This dark red line is going to be where I'm using 2 strands of thread to do my backstitching. The black is where I'm using a single strand, and the blue around the edges is where I'm doing my blanket stitch to hold the edge of the piece together. So as you can see, I'm basically just going to be going from corner to corner, just like I would be if I was doing cross stitching. And even some of these are going to look exactly like little half crosses for my cross stitching pieces. However, other ones are going to be little vertical lines. Now with these vertical lines and these horizontal lines, you do have some decisions you need to make. Do you want to stitch each and every stitch one by one, or do you want to do 2 or 3 at a time? Do you want to go all the way across? Personally, I don't like to stitch more than about 2 or 3 holes apart from each other. The longer it is, the more the chance that that piece of string is going to pull loose on your finished piece afterwards, and it's going to be very difficult to fix or replace. Just be aware when you're doing backstitching, like down here, sometimes your lines do end in between 2 holes and not directly in a hole. So make sure you get comfortable knowing exactly where you can end those little lines. If you need more help, definitely let me know. I'm just out of time. So anyway, happy stitching and good luck.